Hello and welcome back to our special coverage of the 2023 Global Cherry Summit. Now we're here with Karen Brooks, the Managing Director of the Chilean Fresh Fruit Association. She did a presentation earlier on the state of the marketing of the Chilean cherry industry in the US. So Karen, thank you very much for joining us and welcome, of course, again to Chile. As I was saying earlier today, you gave a great presentation on the current state of marketing of the Chilean cherries in the US market to our nearly 900 attendees. So what do you highlight the most from the topics that you covered, and what is the most important message that you wanted to convey to everyone there?
Oh, wow. So first of all, it's so great to be here with you. I love being back in Chile, come here a few times a year, and it was really a wonderful opportunity for me to be able to talk about the opportunities and the potential for the US market for Chilean cherries. I think the message that I would like everyone to take away is that there is a great, large market for Chilean cherries in the US. What we need is consistent is the key word here, consistent supply of high quality cherries throughout the season, from December all the way through February. We saw a lot of excitement this year on behalf of retailers and consumers, and we were just, incredibly encouraged by the results that were generated. So it's a good first step, and we hope that we can grow and develop the market even further next year and the years beyond.
Right, so consistency and quality seem to be the two biggest themes here that we're covering.
Yes.
Is that the most important for the market to grow and for the industry, for Chilean exporters to the US?
I would say so. I mean, in talking with retailers and actually seeing what's happening at the retail level, if we want a retailer to promote Chilean cherries, they need to know that it's not going to be an on and off supply situation, right? They need to know that after the first arrival of Chilean cherries, they're going to continue to have them, not just December, January, but into February, that we have strong promotable volumes. And they also need to know that they're going to have a high quality of cherries. I mean, the US consumer is used to having fabulous, sweet, big cherries that are grown in the US. During our summer season, there's a lot of anticipation for the domestic cherry season. So we know that there's an opportunity to have the same excitement around the Chilean cherry season, but again, it comes back to providing enough supply, consistent supply of high quality, sweet, juicy cherries. And we have them in Chile. We have an abundance of them, so please give them to us.
Right, they have to get to the US first. And as you were saying, there's a very big domestic consumption of the domestic production, but also during the last few seasons, we've seen that cherry imports have grown considerably.
Yes.
In the US. So what are the characteristics of the American consumer? How do they like their cherries, and how can we keep learning about the consumption trends of American consumers?
Well, I think the most important thing, again, it comes back to quality. And maybe we want a large, juicy cherry with no pitting. It has to look nice in order for people to buy it, and then it has to taste great in order for people to come back. And we were really encouraged this year because we had, I think, 46 retail chains with whom we were working, and we saw substantial increases for all of them. I mean, some like several 100%, which means that these retailers in the past weren't selling too much at all, and they had fabulous results this year. And that clearly is because we were providing a great tasting cherry, because the fruit can look great and you buy it once, but if it doesn't taste great, if it's not super sweet and juicy, people aren't going to buy it again. The great thing is that cherries, I might be wrong, but I think cherries are one of the few, or maybe the only, truly seasonal fruit. So, US consumers love eating them during the summer, and then there's a gap. Then you get into the winter, and I have to say, I'm not criticizing any fruits, but wintertime fruits can get a little boring, right? So it's great when consumers can go into a supermarket, around the holiday times or New Year's and see some Chilean cherries. So, we're very appreciative for all the support that we were given from Chile and from our retailers, and we just see great prospects for the coming years.
Yeah, and as you were mentioning, how have retailers helped with this increase in consumption? Because I heard that they were doing more campaigns, they were allowing bigger ads in the supermarket,
Yes.
promoting the cherry. So how are they helping, how are they contributing to this increase in consumption?
Well, I have to say, we have some really amazing partnerships in the U.S. We have merchandisers who have been working with us for many, many years, and they know everyone within the retailers, from the buyer to the merchandising director, the social media person, the marketing person. They are the key for going out, talking with the retailers, and putting amazing promotions in place. I would say the key to this year's success has been communication. We've had a high level of transparency from Chile in terms of what is coming, when it's coming, where it's going, and we've had ongoing discussions with the retailers throughout the season. So, we're able to look at what they have done in the past and say, okay, well, this is what you did in 2021, 22. If you want to grow your sales, maybe we can do this or this or this. We, work with retailers on a one-on-one targeted focus basis so that we can really develop the campaigns that are most effective for their customers. Of course, we're not perfect. I'm sure that we could do things even better, but the retailers with whom we've worked have had, some really strong success stories. So I think we just need to be even more focused and even more tailored in our approach.
Mm-hmm. And then at a retail level, and marketing campaign level, of course, what would you say is the roadmap to continue this growth, to continue growing the industry in the U.S.?
Well, okay, in addition to getting, consistent supplies of high quality cherries in the market, we really need to sit down with retailers and work out a plan so that we're not just promoting in December or January or February, but throughout the season. We need to put cherries front and center in the produce section. This year we had some really incredibly successful trials with cherry bins. We had numerous ads, online programs. We need to let shoppers know that, hey, Chilean cherries are in the market, and give them reasons to buy them. It's not all price. In fact, price is not the most important component. It's taste, it's nutrition, it's usage ideas. So we can always do a better job in working with retailers to give this information to consumers and really drive sales.
Perfect. And then in terms of promotions again and marketing, let's go to the social media aspect of it.
Yep.
I think with collaborations with influencers through platforms like TikTok, for example, which are huge. We heard how big it's getting in China now. Are they getting the attention that you expected? And how important of a tool is it to keep growing the industry again?
I think it is a very important tool, and we're learning. We're just sort of figuring out how to do even better with platforms like TikTok. But I will say, we have 1.2 million followers on the Fruits from Chile Facebook page. And during the Chilean cherry season, most of the focus is on cherries because that's what we have available. Cherries and blueberries as well. But social media is crucial because what we see is that consumers are still buying primarily in supermarkets. Yes, there are online purchases being made, not like you see in China. Most people are still going into the store, but where are they getting their information? Online. Right. So I think everyone during COVID, whether it's social media platforms or retailers specifically, they became much more creative in how they use online platforms to communicate. So yes, we definitely have a lot of potential there, and I think we're doing a good job, but we can always do better.
And finally, what would you say is the big challenge for Chilean producers and exporters that are sending their fruit to the U.S. To contribute to the market and to continue in this good upwards sort of way that they're going with their sales?
I think the biggest challenge for Chile is that we need a commitment to the U.S. market. We know that there are other strong markets. Everyone is very clear that there are huge opportunities in China, and I'm not denying that. But I think it would highly benefit the industry if they continue to diversify and have at least a minimal commitment to the other markets outside of China, because there definitely are big opportunities in the U.S. but we can't have an on and off situation where some years we get strong supplies and other years we don't. If we really want to grow the market, we need an ongoing commitment year after year.
Well, Karen, thank you very much for your time and for joining us, and we hope you keep enjoying this great event here in Chile.
I definitely will. It's been a wonderful experience. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Stay connected for more interviews here in the 2023 edition of the Global Cherry Summit. Thank you.